the count function. We will show you how to perform a plant count using Mobile WMS. We'll start by explaining the scenario. This is our warehouse. We will prepare the work process from the warehouse office, and the warehouse workers will use the mobile devices to register the counted items. The warehouse workers will then send the registrations from the mobile devices to the warehouse office, where, for example, the warehouse manager will approve the count and make the posting in Business Central. Suppose the results differ too much from the expected inventory. In that case, the manager can ask for a recount by controlling what order lines should be available on the mobile device. This is done directly from the inventory journals in Business Central, as you will see in the video. By default, our solution is set up so that the count will be performed as a blind count. Therefore, the person doing the count will not see the expected quantity of a particular item on the mobile device, as you will also see in the video. However, the solution is set up to offer the flexibility of being able to change that format. The mobile WMS setup screen is essential when working with the count function. Make sure that a template has been selected from the mobile WMS setup screen, because otherwise you will not be able to see the orders on the mobile device. So when you're performing typically a yearly physical inventory, you would use the plant count functionality. And the plant inventory counting is performed using the standard inventory journals in Business Central. First, let's just take a look at the warehouse setup. And we'll find the warehouse that we'll be working on in this session, the warehouse bin not directed. And relevant for counting in this session here is the directed put away and pick. This is not enabled in this session, and this means that we will use a physical inventory journal. If this was enabled, you had to use the warehouse physical inventory journals. The work process on the mobile device is the same for both journals, but it is important to be aware of which journal type you'll have to use. But again, we'll use the physical inventory journal. So let's start the preparations. So we'll go to physical inventory journal. This is the one. And the first thing to do is to create a batch. I have a batch already here, but I want to create a new one for my warehouse or for this yearly physical inventory. I'll give it the name as the same as the warehouse. So this field here is important because this is where the item journal batch will be visible on the mobile device. So this should be checked. So the next thing to do is to calculate the expected inventory, and we'll do that on the prepare and calculate inventory. So we'll just check here if we have a location filter set up, and we have that one here, the warehouse that we're working on. Hit OK, and you can see now the batch is now populated with lines. So normally you would print out a piece of paper to the warehouse worker that would look like something like this, with lines, the bin codes, and where you can enter manually the physical inventory. But of course we will use a mobile device for this process. So let's go and get the mobile device. And here from the main menu, I select the count function. And here you can see I have my batch available on the mobile device. I'll select it. And you can now see the exact same lines as on here in Business Central. And then it's just to start from the top. I'll select the first line. I'll scan the bin and enter the quantity. I'll select 20. We'll select the next, and so on. And scan the bin. And this is not lot number tracked. I'll scan the lot number. and enter the quantity like this. Okay, so now I have almost completed all my lines. But in this session, I will not register the last one here. I'll just the menu button and click post. And the registrations were now transferred successfully. So now we can go to our inventory journal again. We can refresh the screen. So now I have refreshed my screen, and now you can see here that the lines are registered on the mobile device. They have now have a check mark on it, and this is the line I have not registered yet. So this is still visible. So these check marks here, they control what you're able to see on the mobile device. As you saw, I posted from the mobile device, but posting from the mobile device does not actually post the journal. It only updates the quantity, the physical inventory field, like this, and that is because it is the warehouse manager who has the responsibility on posting the details here from the journal. But let's say that the warehouse manager was not satisfied, or there should be accounting again. You can just uncheck the field here from this item, and then you can go back to the mobile device, and I'll just refresh Business Central, and then you can go to the mobile device again and select the line again, and then you can see in Business Central the order that I just unchecked is now visible again on the mobile device, because we would like to have a second counting of that item. So it's very easy to control. So let's just finish counting here. $20 pieces here, and the last item. And now I'm done with the lines. The system asks me if I'll post the order, and the registrations were transferred successfully. All right. Now I'll just go back to Business Central again, update the screen. And now you can see I have all the check marks here. And if I'm satisfied with the counting, I will just post. And the journal lines were posted successfully. So that was the accounting scenario where we used a physical inventory journal to perform accounting using the mobile WMS solution.